In today's video, I'm going to share with you 10 quick tips for Warzone. Even if you consider yourself pretty damn good at Warzone, you still might learn something new, so make sure you stick around for all 10 tips. Tip number 1 is you can survive falls of 13 meters in Warzone. To test if you can survive a drop, place a destination marker below. If the distance reader is 13 or below, you will survive the drop without taking any damage. However, if it's 14 or above, you will need to deploy your parachute as hitting the ground will knock you down. Tip number 2 is to use stopping power rounds as soon as you find them. Don't ever let them sit in your field upgrade slot. Use them as soon as you pick them up. Stopping power rounds have no expiration, so as soon as you load them into your gun, they are there to stay until you either die or unload them on the next unfortunate enemy you run into. Tip number 3 is to pay attention to that yellow text that pops up after you kill an enemy. Team wipe means you have just killed the last member of the squad, and it's probably safe to revive your teammates and redo your armor. If you did not see team wipe, there is another team member possibly lurking nearby, so make sure you proceed with caution. Tip number 4 is to be wary when using laser attachments. Having a laser on your weapon could be the reason behind some of your deaths in Warzone. Certain lasers are visible to enemies, so before using one, make sure to double check the description of it in the create a class menu. Tip number 5 is to learn the location of the ammo crates scattered around the Warzone map. This will save you from having to buy those expensive munition boxes and to make sure you are always stocked up on those lovely rockets. Tip number 6 is to have a designated buyer using the Hardline perk. This can be a very valuable tactic that will save you 25% on most purchases from the buy station. This of course is only going to work if you are communicating with your team, so slap on a headset and give it a shot. Tip number 7 is to switch it up and use concussion or flash grenades. As long as your team is staying together and communicating well, only one team member needs to be carrying a heartbeat sensor. Have a team member scan every location, and if enemies are present, flash and enter. Just make sure to coordinate those flash and concussion grenades so someone always has one handy. Tip number 8 is to always have some kind of explosive handy. Whether it be C4 or an RPG, explosives are the best way to deal with those annoying vehicles, campers and aggressive enemy players. My personal recommendation is to have at least a C4 or an RPG on every one of your Warzone classes, because both of those are great at dealing with any of the above mentioned situations. Tip number 9 is to avoid traveling in one vehicle. Nothing is more annoying than suddenly getting team wiped by a well-timed explosive. To avoid your whole team getting sent to the gulag, split up and each take a vehicle. Tip number 10 is to scan with a heartbeat sensor and refill your armor when you are in the passenger seat of a vehicle. And those are my 10 quick Warzone tips I got for you guys this time around. But if you want more Modern Warfare multiplayer and Warzone tips, tricks and guides sent directly to your sub box, make sure to click that subscribe button, and hey, let me know if you guys enjoyed this video by dropping a like on it. I'm out guys, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Peace out.